Cheers, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Booze. It is Tuesday. It is Whiskey Day, our favorite day of the year, or the month, or the week.
Our favorite day is
Our favorite day is Whiskey Day. Hopefully you enjoy what we bring to you. We have another great sample here. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. This is going to be something that's been sitting on the shelf for a while. We just opened it today, but I think we've opened it once before, but we just poured the audience some. This is another Balcones pickup, and this is their High Rye. High Rye. It is no age statement. $65 for the 750. I don't know if you can get this outside of the distillery and some local liquor stores here. I don't know what you can get Balcones wise. I know that Balcones is nationwide, but I think it's just a select few. But this is something we picked up at the distillery, and it is a whopping 64.8% or 129.6 proof. 0.6. So it's basically 130 proof, which coincidentally is the same age as Andy.
Yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Oh no.
Another thing that's very common with Balcones.
You're gonna have to take that in and get a new bottle.
I am.
It's like, look at this.
Sir.
That hasn't happened yet. We take it in when the bottle's halfway down.
Oh, okay.
Or almost done, and then we go in for a new bottle.
Complain about it. It's funny is that the one that we have the most problems with is Balcones. So I actually have some replacement ones. We'll kind of just stick that there for now, but we have some.
Bullet's the one that
Oh, Bullet, sorry. I thought you were saying there's a
only
replacement.
happens a couple times on the Balcones.
Yeah, Bullet's the one that it happens to. So 130 proof, pretty much the highest you can normally get in a whiskey. It's going to be powerful stuff. No age statement, but you can see clearly this is a Texas.
Very dark.
Yeah, Texas corn, Texas distilled, because it's super dark, which is something very common with Balcones. In fact, I don't think they have anything that's really light.
It's because the heat differentiation.
Well, it's also the type of corn they use.
You use whiskey corn.
So, yeah, everything in this bottle is Texas corn, Texas rye, Texas malt, Texas everything. Oh, wow.
You smell the rye.
Yeah, but I do get rye and some spice and pepper. A little bit of sweetness of vanilla and maybe, I don't know, you tell me, molasses or maple?
I think maple.
Okay.
Or maybe light molasses, not dark molasses, but
Okay.
it's like you definitely get that alcohol-y because it's 130
Right.
proof. I mean, you're not going to get away from that.
It's not overly complex in the aroma. It's very light aroma all
It's
around.
a little bit of baked good.
And yeah, there's some of that medicinal alcohol.
It's kind of nutty too.
Beg your pardon?
It's kind of nutty,
Oh, okay.
like you.
Okay. I'm going to say it's a 3.5 on aroma. I think it's could be a lot better, a lot more complex, a lot more strength to the flavor or the aroma. It's very kind of just out there.
Cost?
65. So it's going to be a one barrel. All right, let's go with flavor here. Just get right to bite.
It's quite silky.
It is
But,
spicy on the up front, all the way back. It's got a bite, but it's not a medicinal bite.
No,
It's just
alcohol bite.
yeah, it's a strength. So it's not sharp. I'm gonna say it's a 3 on bite. On flavor, it's giving me the warm. I agree that it's kind of silky, but it's not a cool silky.
No.
It's a warm. It's giving me that warm feeling. Very strong, dark
It's got chocolate.
fruit. Dark fruit, chocolate.
A little herbal tea.
Okay. It also has strong, kind of, trying to think of the word, almost like an anise, but not that strength of an anise, but a strong fig, anise fig, dark, fruity.
Like a dried
Yes.
kind of fruit. We do get the rye, but it's not very pronounced or anything.
I think you get more of the spicy, not necessarily a dark pepper, but a spicy pepper. And some medicinal aspect to
A
it.
little bit of like cedar too, it seems like.
I don't know what that tastes like, so I'll take your word for it.
You should try building stuff with it, and you know.
So when you're building, do you just normally pluck in a cedar plank in your mouth and chew on it while you're...
Before lunchtime, you get hungry.
The flavor, where the aroma is not very complex and kind of mellow throughout, the flavor is very complex. It's got a lot going on there, and it's very well put together. I mean, it's just mixed just perfectly to me. So I'm actually going to say this is a 4.5 on
I
flavor.
was gonna give it a 3.5, but maybe
I'll stick with 4.
I could go 4. My only thing with the flavor is because the proof is so high that it's kind of taken away from the.
Yeah, because
flavor.
that bite is start to finish.
Yeah, you probably. And it's like it's hard to concentrate on anything else because if it was like
True, I think that you could tease out a lot more flavors if you weren't going so much with the bite on it.
if they took this down to even to 100 proof. I think you get a lot more.
I gave myself a hefty droppage of water. Still not much with the aroma. Actually, it's releasing a little bit more of the alcohol, so it's more medicinal.
Yeah. Maybe it gives it a little more of the rye.
Much more rich and flavorful. And there's a flavor there that I can't really think what it is. It's really getting me there. Maybe some caramel and toffee. I never use your thing. Clove.
Maybe got a little bit of cinnamon, but that's the rye.
The spiciness of the rye. It is, to me, water is better. I bet you that an ice ball would even be better to cool it down. This is definitely, so right now we're sitting at a 3-barrel just because of cost. I tend to think my judgment, by the way I was doing it, because I went down on flavor, it would have been a 4-barrel. Yours is going to be just over a 3-barrel, but this is a 4-barrel at least.
Yeah, and it's like, I think definitely if you enjoyed this with a ice ball or something, just to kind of take the edge off the 130 proof.
Yeah, it is. But that's what you expect from Balcones.
But you'd only want one of these
True.
per sitting.
And we like to make things like the Texas Brush Fire, which is our own cocktail, and Balcones plays a part in that with their brimstone. But I can imagine that that Balcones has a lot of really good cocktail options with their different flavors. So And when you go to the distillery, they have a bar there and you can buy cocktails, and they do some interesting things, so I would check those out. But tell us what you think about Balcones High Rye, if you can get it in your area. Tell us about their corkage issue, but no, if you can get this in their area. If you can't and you're ever in Texas, make sure you pick up as many Balcones as you can. They have an endless number, and so far all of them are great. If you look at our very first review, we did the pot still, and we were just taken back and didn't really give it a good review because Balcones is in a league of their own and we weren't accustomed to it. That is one that I definitely want to revisit for another
go around.
So, but tell us what you think about Balcones and the high rise. What other high rise or high proof rise should we try? Make sure you check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and merchandise. And anything else? There's always something with you. Okay, remember there's no bad whiskey, there's only good whiskey and great whiskey. This is great whiskey to me.
It is.
Cheers. I always got to do the clinky.
Cheers. Laters. That's what cheers you do when you cheer. Customary.